abroad generally can be so lonely, right? I've seen people that they're kind of, it's just too, they don't have friends, they don't have relatives, yeah, and it gets too bored. So that I do believe, with the advent of the social media, you should be able to overcome that.
On this episode of my Japa Chronicles, I speak with an accountant who is charting his own course in the accounting world. He will be sharing his relocation story with us. You are welcome to my Japa Chronicles.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Can you tell us your name and where you're from?
So my name is Muyiwa Oloide. I'm from Osun State, but I lived most of my life in Lagos. In fact, I was born in Lagos, so I would say I'm also a Lagosian. I do have two Japa stories, but I'm going to stick with the most recent, which is my Japa to Canada, which I did achieve in 2021.
What channel did you take to go to Canada?
I migrated with my family in 2021, and we used the Canada Express entry for that. So I think the program began in 2015. I especially knew about the program in 2016. The process involves, as of then, though, involves you writing the IELTS. You also need to evaluate all of your qualifications. Also, you do need to have some form of work experiences. Then you get into the pool. So the express entry has two categories. We have the federal skills, and we have the provincial. Although there's a third one called as of then though, called the federal skills. Yeah, the federal skills, and there's federal worker. Then the provincial nominee program. Yeah, so yeah, we kind of migrated through the federal worker managed by the express entry. So yeah, you will need to at least achieve those three things before you can come into the pool and be picked as an applicant for the program that you do want to migrate for.
Meaning you stepped into Canada as a permanent resident?
Yes, so we stepped into Canada as a permanent resident in 2021. Yeah, that's correct.
Moving to a new country has its own challenge because it's more like you're starting all over again. Talk to me about what your challenges were when you got to Canada.
Yeah, I would say coming into Canada, just like in life, ups and downs, there were challenges. But I must say categorically that the advantages kind of outweighs these disadvantages. Yeah. We were fortunate. I had a relative where when we came in, so for the few months we were with them before we got to our place. So in terms of job, I would say, that's one of the biggest. That would be one of the biggest challenges. The job challenge might be the biggest because we are coming from a different climate, right? So, and we need to kind of understudy. We need to kind of know what is expected, and in time, everything will fall in place. Another major challenge would be the weather. Okay. We do have two extremes. During the winter time, it's very, very cold, like it's freezing. And sometimes it gets to like minus 35 degrees, and which, the freezing point, like we all know, it's 0 degrees. While during the summer times, we could get as high as 42 degrees, which it's almost half of a boiling point. So yeah, and I would say we Nigerians, we tend to cannot survive in any condition. So but if you're someone that kind of have a phobia for either extremes, then you might kind of make additional safeguards to kind of to help you during these extremes. I would say those are the two major challenges, and also one very minor, but it depends on the individual, is the fact that abroad generally you can be so lonely, right? I've seen people that they are kind of, it's just true, they don't have friends, they don't have relatives here, and it gets too bored. So that I do believe, with the advent of the social media, you should be able to overcome that. If you are a social person, you shouldn't have a problem with that. So that's one. It just is by the side, but I do know it affects some migrants, especially even if you don't come with your family, right? You just came as a single person. So yeah, I would say these are the major challenges. Moving to Canada. But with time, I do believe, all this will become challenges of the past, because when you come to a new place, a new country, you tend to experience that. But as soon as kind of live more years, right, you kind of grow in the place. You tend to kind of overcome all these challenges.
I kind of picked two things from the things you mentioned.
Yeah.
First is the weather, and the second is loneliness. Let's stay on those two for a bit. How do you personally, or people deal with the weather situation? How do you manage with the weather situation?
Okay, so personally, the weather situation, like, let's start with the extreme cold, right? The freezing times, right? So the number one thing is that North American, generally, you are having being more mobile, right? Having a car is not a luxury. So number one is that to be able to kind of at least reduce the effects of the weather, you should definitely have a car to commute you from work back home. Using of transit, and transit in where I kind of live, Alberta, it's not that as efficient as you have it in Europe. And so number one is to have a car, right? So, and if you're lucky, your job is allows you to work from home. So that also kind of helps you to reduce so much more of the time you are indoors working from a home. And also another one is to have Canadian clothing. So I know a lot of people, when they get their visa, they go to Japa, or they go to get, they go get winter. No, so you could use that for winter, mild winter. But Canada, like I said, Canadian winters are extreme winter. So those clothes won't save you. So we've got proper. You have to get proper clothing, proper winter jackets. So when you come in, also at least for temperatures that are between minus 12, minus 15, those jackets can help. But even those jackets can't even save you if it's still if you are below 35. Those jackets, there is no way you can. It's just that they cannot help. They can't really properly clothe you. So so those are the ways you can at least be able to safeguard from this extreme winter. So why the extreme summer is just the opposite. You tend to go out the more, and also during the summer times. You wear light clothing, and also, when it's is a plus 40, 45, you know that the sun is really, really hot. So of course you get your sun rays, your sunglasses to protect you from rays, your hats, and all of these clothing would help. Also, if you want to get a house, probably get a house that has AC, conditioning, so that you are also kind of okay while you're in the house. So yeah, these are ways in which you can kind of protect yourself from the two extremes that we do have here.
And the second one you mentioned was loneliness. How are you able to build community around yourself?
Okay, so number one way is we Nigerians are blessed in the sense that in anywhere you find yourself, there's always a Nigerian community represented, either groups, church, or associations. So we do have Nigerian churches here. We are a member of one. Also, there is a Nigerian group too. Also where if you do want to join. Also, associations like if you come in as a student, also there are also Nigerian associations on a campus. So these are ways you can build your community. And also there are also some groups on WhatsApp that they have this, and once a while they connect to meet and greet. So these are ways in which you can eliminate that loneliness, being be active, or join a group, be involved in these religious associations or groups. And also not even only Nigerian groups, to be honest. As far as I know, Canadians too, they are, well, maybe I would say they are not the most unfriendly people too. Canadians, the kind of associations too, so you can also make friends with them.
That's a very good one. I can hear baby sound.
Okay. Okay. I think she's fine now.
Let's talk about childcare. What's childcare like for you in Canada? Childcare, schooling, babysitting, and all of that in Canada.
Childcare is one area that can make you feel kind of lonely. Back home in Nigeria, if you've got a child, your parents are there, family members are there that can assist you. But here, you're just on your own, except if you maybe people from a church, they come around. If you're in an association or you're involved, of course, you're gonna see help. But let's say you're not involved much with that. It could feel like you're the only one doing this stuff. But in terms of the support, so the government does support you as a new parent. As a man, you're entitled to some days off if you have a newborn. Also, as a woman, if in your place of work, I believe most places would give you up to a year of leave to take care of a child, and also the government would support you with some stipends every year. And during childbirth too, most of it is covered by your card, your health card. And the only challenge I do know is that if you're a mom or you are a parent that has been taking care of a child and you want to go back to work, you might face challenges, finding a child or home care to put your child in, because they are mostly over subscribed. So you might be on a wait list for months before your child gets accepted. So the solution to that is that, let's say 3 months before you go back to work, you should start, applying. And if you are able to kind of even see on because the government also allows unlicensed child care, right? So if you're able to see an unlicensed, maybe someone just doing it for themselves, they don't really have the facilities as the bigger ones. Yeah, you can also put in your child here, and also the government does support the payments that you make. So yeah, government wants more of these daycares, day homes to kind of spring up, so that they can accommodate a lot of these kids, so that their parents can go back to work. So yeah, that area is where I do believe you may have a difficulty, but like I said, that the solution is that to take your child to an unlicensed daycare, where or if you want to take it to a license, to take them to a license, you would have to apply early enough so that your child can be accepted into the daycare or the day home.
Now let's talk about the successes, the wins that have come with the relocating to Canada. What are the wins that you can mention that you have recorded because of this relocation?
I do know that a lot of people back home who have their own reasons for relocating. Yeah, so I wouldn't say like a one solution wins all. So depending on what you're looking for, I've seen people who are even well to do kind of decided to go, like, okay, that they want their kids to have a better quality education. Some say, they are afraid of the security, the situation in Nigeria or in Africa or wherever they're coming from. They want a safer environment for their kids. So depending on what you want, that's how you can quantify if you're winning or not. So I would say, personally, for me, in my own case, I kind of felt that it's better to relocate for better quality life, and also to kind of have more opportunity for my kids, and also my mind was multi-faith, right? So there were so many things I kind of considered before leaving, and I would say that it wasn't easy. We kind of also the challenges of new immigrants, even though we had a relative that we stayed with for a while, but still in job on hunting. It took us a while, but after some time, everything started to gel. We got some of the wins. We also some of these the wins we kind of wanted. So yeah, I would say generally speaking, the more you grow in the country, the more you kind of grow in this city step. You tend to have these wins, these wins that you kind of aspire to get. So depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah. If I can pick one thing from what you have just said now, okay. For you personally, it's the quality of life that you wanted for yourself.
Yeah, the quality of life, the opportunities, what I might not necessarily have achieved in Nigeria, right? I want more quality education for my kids.
So I was going to ask you if, based on your reality when you were in Nigeria and the future you foresaw for yourself while in Nigeria, the quality of life that you live now is better than you envisage or that you need back in Nigeria?
That's a very good one. Well, because I cannot live in two places at the same time. Wouldn't kind of know if it might have been, a lot better. But I would say, based on human, I'm a human. I can only live in one place. At my present condition, I would say yes. That's my situation now. It's a lot better than if I was in Nigeria, to be honest. Yeah, and, in Nigeria, they say you must know one big man, you see, or all those things don't really happen here, right? So, all things being equal, right? I would say, yeah, it's a lot better, but you never know what might have happened, if I had stayed back. Big land of opportunity, but a lot of these opportunities are held at the top, right? They don't want to share it down.
I get what you mean. My last question would be, would you at any point go back to Nigeria to live or settle?
That's a very dicey question because Nigeria will stay even though that I've been here now for a while, and a lot of things has happened, but it's still my country, right? I like so many things in Nigeria. Like I would say that sometimes I do miss Nigeria, right? So we cannot say as of now I can't say yes or no. I'm presently living in Canada now, and anything could happen. I could decide to either move back and enjoy again, or I could also say that I'm staying here, right? What am I looking for in Nigeria, right? So it's still there's no definitely yes or no, but people should know that Nigeria is a very blessed country. Like there are some things that that actually, if you live in Nigeria to, let's say, to your 15, 16 years, right? There are some things you still gonna miss, right? Living the country and starting all afresh here. So yeah, Nigeria is blessed. Nigerians are hardworking. Nigerians are apart from we are one of the top hardworking immigrants anywhere you find us. The country also is blessed, is rich. Just that I do pray that God give us better leaders at the ends of our affairs that would that will actualize the country's dream and make everything click. So yeah, I wouldn't rule out as of now. I wouldn't say yes or no. Anything can happen.
Thank you very much, Muiwa, for sharing your story.
Yeah, you're welcome, and I'm also very grateful for you having me on your platform, sharing this. And I do hope that this story of mine and my experiences to kind of go a long way to motivate, to actually, tell people how what we do face and kind of assist any aspiring immigrants to know what is expected of them when they come around. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, viewers, for watching this. The idea behind my Japa Chronicle is to tell stories of resilience of our everyday regular people who, despite all odds, are making something out of themselves and to inspire someone out there. So if you want to share your story, kindly reach out to us. Thank you very much, Miwa, for joining this.